Alright guys, we're getting ready to start in NBA 2K14 Association mode. There's my sneak peek of my guy Michael Gill on my career. But anyways guys, we're going to start off. Let's go ahead and go to the Association. Let's go ahead and start off with our settings. We're going to call this Association first of all. Here's the settings. We're going to have 82 games. I was actually pondering right there. I didn't really know, but we'll have to see. Alright, so scrolling down, making sure everything's alright. We want the preseason games on. I may or may not show you guys that. We'll have to find out. We're gonna make everything like be best of 7, rotation, okay. That's good. So that's that. We're gonna put the quarter length. I was actually thinking of like 8 minutes at first, then I went to 10, but then I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and put it at 12. The reason I'm making it to be 12 is because 12, I liked seeing my guys play a lot of minutes, and so we're gonna try to see what happens with this association. Now, right now, I'm just gonna scroll through the teams. You see like the average age and like the record that their last season was. Bobcats, Bucks, Bulls. I don't want anybody too good. I want like a team that's gonna end up building. Cavaliers are pretty cool. They picked my interest a little bit. Celtics were a big team that picked my interest, but I didn't want to be like a guy that's known as straight out of Boston because I want this association to be very unique. So we're going to have to see a different franchise. Like I said, I wanted the Celtics, but then I was like, you know what? Let's not do that. Cavaliers are pretty cool, but I don't like the idea of like LeBron going back to Cleveland. I was going to try that, but I was like, nah. Of course, I like the Miami Heat, so I'm not going to play as them. They're too darn good. Although, as you're going to see, I'm not very good on All-Star anyways to start off the year. But here we are, picking out our team. Timberwolves intrigued me a little bit because I like Kevin Love a little bit. I'm into white players a whole lot. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and... I also like from the 76ers, I like a guy named Michael Carter-Williams who's shooting over from Syracuse. He's incredible. But we're going to end up choosing, you're going to be surprised with this, I'm actually from Georgia. We're going to end up choosing the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks are really good, and compared to you guys, you don't even care about them. But I will say this. The Atlanta Hawks, I've seen them on TV, they're a clutch team. So there we go. It says, read that. If you want to pause the video, go ahead and read that and see what you want. So let's see what we're going to go ahead and do here. We're going to go ahead... I don't know why Kyle Korver's a bench warmer. I do like Al Horford being a star, but no, we're going to make Kyle Korver a starter. Let's go ahead and try to see our bench. Elton Brand, we're going to go... I don't like him being a starter. I like him being like a role player. I may end up changing him to 6th man, but we'll have to see. I don't even know who these guys are. I know who some of them are. Like Damari Carroll, Shelvin Mack. I recently heard of him. I don't even know who this guy is. So we're fine with all that. I need some more stars. I really like Lewis Williams. I'm probably going to make Kyle Korver a star. But Lewis Williams is incredible. He's a really good player. Kyle Korver, yeah, he can just stay how he is. A star, though, for Lewis Williams. And I'm finished the signing rules. I don't even know what that ends up saying. I'm just going to go ahead and go on from here. We're going to go ahead and call this thing TSM ASO for the Secret Man Association. I like using like the AS for the abbreviation. Like I have one called Example. Like it was my first ever one. You see it on the bottom right there. It's pretty funny. Like Example. I just thought that was pretty funny. So anyways, here we go. We're going to go ahead and auto-generate the rookies. The reason being, I love creating a draft class, but I'm not going to do it for this association. Unless you guys want me to next season, then I'm just going to go ahead and do this for right now. I don't really have enough views for you guys to tell me, but hopefully by the end of this year, at the Atlanta Hawks Association, we'll have a whole bunch of views, a whole bunch of likes, a whole bunch of subscribers. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this. So we're going to go ahead and do auto-generate the rookies. So here is where the Hawks rank in the power rankings this season. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be in 22nd place this year. Miami Heat will be number 1, so we'll see if we can overthrow them. I doubt we will, but we'll have to see. And of course, you see the Heat saying like they're looking for that vaunted 3-peat, so we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, so here's the free agent pool for this year. As you may have heard in the first video I did ever about 2K14, Then I talked about like some really good players. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Richard Hamilton. I love this guy, the way he plays on my other association. We're going to go ahead and pick his ass up. This dude is absolutely incredible. We're going to make him be a, let's make this dude be a sixth man. He's a really cool dude. I like him. I mean, he's happily accepts it. So we're going to go ahead and switch up the rotation just a little bit here. You see those minutes remaining. I don't like Kyle Korver getting all these minutes. I also don't like Paul Millsap getting those. I also don't like Jeff Teague getting those. You'll see how I go ahead on this part and just sort out their minutes. A lot of guys were like getting some really weird minutes, so I was like, forget it. We're going to end up pushing Richard Hamilton into the rotation very greatly. As you see, go ahead and put him on from off the reserves and go ahead and put him. I don't like this guy Oyoyo or whatever his last name is. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy, and we're gonna go ahead and give Richard Hamilton some minutes. And so that's that. Now on to the next one. Alright guys, so next up, a big thing for me is style on this game. You can skip through this, I'll just tell you what you can skip to in order to get to the next part. But we're going to go ahead and do our point guard, Jeff Teague. First of all, we're going to do the shoes for him. Now, I'm a big fan of Derrick Rose, but I'm not going to have Derrick Rose shoes as my point guard unless I pick him up. I want my guy to have some nice shoes, and we're going to end up choosing the Addy Zero Crazy Light 2, and I'm going to end up making the colors be the team colors. Sometimes I do default, sometimes I don't, but there's the team colors. And now we're going to go ahead and change his headband. I want to give him a headband, and like he's going to look pretty sharp out there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to end up putting the logo in the back and see how he ends up doing with that. The front left intrigued me a little bit, but the back seemed pretty cool. Actually, I can't remember what I did right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do front left. And then this undershirt, I'm going to go ahead and give him a short sleeve undershirt. I like the way this looks on my point guard. I'm not going to cover up his tattoos. His tattoos look pretty sharp as well. We're going to go ahead and give him this. The color will be black because that fits on him. So we'll have to see from there. And now on to the next guy. Next guy I want to go ahead and get to is this dude named Richard Hamilton, the guy that we signed. I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of shoes I want to give him. I end up changing his number to the number 2. It's a classic number that he wears. I was thinking between like number 22, number 24, or number 6, or number 2, and I went go ahead with the classic 2. I like this guy, the way he looks. There's him without a headband. I hate that you cannot take off his mask. I think that's like some condition that he has. I'll have to look that up and tell you guys. But anyways, he's wearing those shoes, whatever shoes those are. So we're going to go ahead and I end up giving him, I believe I ended up giving him some shoes I created called D-Wades. Now, D-Wades have already been invented in real life, but on this game they have not been for some unknown reason. Either that or D-Wade just didn't want to do that. But I have a feeling they hadn't been invented. I was deciding between Air Jordans or not. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and give this guy some D-Wades. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what to skip to in order to see where we start getting big, but this is just a style portion of the game. I'm going to go ahead and give Richard Hamilton D-Wades. He's my shooting guard, and I like the way I designed those shoes. Nice little red touch to him. And so there he is. There's his stuff. And so that's Richard Hamilton. All right, now the next guy that we're going to go ahead and edit is this dude named Al Horford. He's our star center. You'll see what I'm going to do right here. You'll notice these little sleeves. Well, first of all, you're going to see a little hole like where the nipple area is. I do not know why the game does that. Maybe it's a glitch in my game, just like there's always one in 2K. But anyways, I'm going to end up giving him those long sleeves. Right now he's wearing Nike Hyperdunks, which I believe are Blake Griffin's shoes. But eventually I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here and end up choosing a shoe I created called Nike Fusion. You see all those shoes right there? Those are shoes I created. You'll see the Nike Fusion right there. And here we go. Yeah, there we go. So Nike Fusion, that's what I'm going to go ahead and give Al Horford. He'll be our star center, and he's the face of our franchise. Now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start looking at the free agent, our contract extensions right now. You'll see like Elton Brand, I want to keep him. I want to keep Hamilton, not Scott. I want to keep Shelvin Mack. He seems like he has potential, and yeah, he's got a lot of it. And I want to get rid of Ion, so here's what I'm about to do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him and release him, and now I've got 3 minutes to work with. Not like it really matters, but I'm going to do quite a bit with 3 minutes right here. Try to get some guys more timing up here. And so here we go. Now we're going to go back to the free agent pool. Like I said, I don't really want Steven Jackson, although he's pretty good. Turns out Ayon was pretty good too, but I didn't really care for him that much. I didn't really see him that much. And Johan Petro actually plays for the Hawks now, so that's kind of funny running into him here in the free agent pool. So now, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign Lamar Odom. Like Richard Hamilton, I'm going to give him a 1-year contract just to see if he stays. This is just like a building block for my team. I want him to be a starter for my team. I don't know if I want him to be a star or not, but we'll have to see how he works his way into the lineup, and hopefully he doesn't have a torn ACL like he did on my other associations. So now we're going to have some minutes to adjust. Let's go ahead and see what we do here. Paul Millsap, we're going to cut down his minutes a little bit. Elton Brand, we're definitely going to cut down his minutes. But we're going to give Lamar Odom a whole bunch of stuff over here. Cunningham's going to lose some minutes as well, and so that's that. And we're going to go ahead and put Lamar Odom into the starting lineup. Now, right here, I actually forget to do so you'll notice that I don't do it, but I'm going to have to do that off air. So anyways, Lamar Odom is in the starting lineup. Just a little side point, I actually love this. It's called the Rumor Mill. It's been on here for a while. We're going to talk about that some more in some other videos, but this is what it's like. Next up, we're going to go ahead and go to our staff. You see our coach right there, like Dozens Holzer. He actually ends up being really good in real life, so we're just going to go ahead and keep him. We're going to fire our assistant coach who has no picture at all. Don't know if that means anything, but we don't really like him at all. I don't like his ham. I like turkey or bologna. So we're going to go ahead and sign like some really cool guys, because you'll notice, guys, we have a whole bunch of cap space in terms of our staff. So we're going to go ahead and sign him for 2 years. And now, next up on our list, we're going to go ahead and sign a brand new scouting guy. We're going to go ahead and sign this guy who I believe I signed the guy with a whole bunch of potential. And so we'll see what he does. Alright, guys, this next guy I'm going to do is, I believe, our NBA scout. He's our NBA prospect guy. We're going to go ahead and hire a guy that has a level D right now, but has an A potential, which means we're going to give him a hella long contract, which means I'm probably going to stay here for 5 seasons. So we're going to give him a 5-year contract. Next up, we're going to show you guys our my calendar for this year. You see, like, all these, I see a Miami Heat matchup twice, Lakers matchup, Miami Heat again, Knicks, Magic, who are pretty tough, Thunder, Bulls, Pacers right there, Bulls, NBA All-Star game right there with the trade deadline, whatever little contract thing is, I don't know what that is yet. Then, of course, you see the NBA playoffs, and we have to play the Pacers again, so we got a pretty tough schedule. We'll have to see how we do compared to the Atlanta Hawks team in real life. Next up, we're going to show you guys how our homepage looks now on our NBA.com thing. There it is. You see we signed Lamar Odom, signed Richard Hamilton, and got rid of some guys. So guys, in the next video, we're going to go ahead and do the Miami Heat and Chicago Bulls game. It'll be the game of the season. Start off in Miami. I'm going to say the Pacers win this game against the Magic. Let's see what happened. I could not remember this. I'm going to say the Pacers end up winning. And, yep, there we go. Pacers won. And Lakers I'm going to choose over the Clippers. Lakers did win. See you guys later. 2K14 association with the Hawks. Station wagon, driving in my station wagon, station swaggin', station swag.